I've climbed at this gym, the Crux, one time before, and it felt kind of soft. So today we're gonna put it to the test, see what I can flash, work my way up through the grades before I get shut down. All right, first one up here, 5, 7 and under VBs. Big old jugs for days. Can match everything. Everything's a huge foot, easy match finish. Exactly what you'd expect. Okay, this pink is a V0 next, which they have marked 5.8 to 5.9. Still good jugs. Maybe a little less deep, be a little more selective with the footwork perhaps. Still pretty easy. Still exactly what you'd expect for a V0. Or even easier, way easier than you'd expect for a V0 outside, that's for sure. Next grade range is this V1/2. So they start to go for the slashes rest of the way up. Holds are just a little worse, a little more particular beta needed. Oh yeah, here's my first actual decision. Cross through, opens it up. Small handhold here for the left. Little crimp for the bump. Nice. It's a good V1-2. Still pretty easy. Keep the warm-up going. Next grade range here is V3/4. They don't have a 2-3, so this one's next. Immediately, you're actually having to use some crimps and some footholds instead of using jugs for the feet. This one's pretty slopey. Nice jug here though. Pretty slopey there. High step needed to get onto this guy. Another sloper. Okay. Well, I actually wasn't sure if I was gonna flash that or not until it ended up being a mega jug on top, luckily. All right, in an effort to get a little more warmed up too, we're gonna check out this overhanging V3-4. Be a little more physical, presumably. Hopefully good holds for the grade. We'll see. I think this is kind of gonna be the cusp grade for me. The hardest I've ever flashed in a gym, I think, is a V5 probably. Back in Chicago, maybe at First Ascent in Arlington Heights, or one of the other gyms over there, not Vertical Endeavors. At my home gym of VE, I think the best I ever flashed was probably a V3-4. So on this grade range, I could expect to get shut down if it's totally my anti-style or maybe a really tricky beta. When you only have a flash attempt, that's easy enough to do. But on something like this that's more or less my style, should go down all right. Could be a different story if I get on some techie slab. Oh, you could tell probably that I wasn't talking during this one, because it was much more powerful and engaging than what I've done previously. All right, that was pretty good. I think I'll try one more V3/4 before moving up. Actually, this purple one here in the same area going up the dihedral. Looks like a different style. Pretty good one to keep warming up on. Seems like there's a pretty obvious crux up that blank space on the wall to those upper holds, but we'll see if that's where it is. Holds aren't nearly as good. Left one's okay, right one's bad. I know doing a flash challenge like this is kind of silly. Grades are all so subjective anyway, and it probably comes down more to style. But I'm having fun, and these have all been great boulders so far. Considerably harder. Good part of these holds is facing down. I'm working through some wrist stuff and a hamstring thing, so I'm only climbing once a week in the gym at the moment, but I've been doing most of that climbing at Mesa Rim in Austin. I climbed at Mesa Rim in San Diego as well, and both locations have fairly stout grades. So at first reaction here, I kind of feel like the Crux is a little bit softer than Mesa. The only other time I climbed here at the Crux, I was like really in rehab mode, and I don't think I climbed anything harder than V1-2. Okay, feels like this is probably the Crux. Oh, ooh, that was so freaking close. Oh my God. So I'm interested to see what I can send today now that I'm feeling at least a little bit better. Not perfect. Ooh. Did not think I was gonna flash that one, actually. Desperate move there. All right, I'm scared to fail, and I feel like I'm not warmed up yet, so I'm gonna try another 3-4. This red one here seems tricky. Oh, womp womp. Well, I didn't flash it, and I'll still try to flash something in the 5-6 range that's maybe more my style. I think I found one that's pretty much my style. Overhanging, kind of pinchy, kind of slopey. Only a couple of crimps, undercling in there. Let's give it a go. We'll try for a flash again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that I didn't flash that last one since it's a slab problem, but that's not the first time a slab climb below my limit has shut me down on a flash. I'll definitely try more before I go, but for now, I'm gonna see if I can send this V5-6. It definitely feels a lot more physical, like powerful, than it does technical, and I do like these style of holds and moves, but I didn't really take a good look at the top and not sure exactly here how the finish is gonna go. There it is, come on baby. Oh, that's my style. And the flash. Ooh-wee. Come on baby. On a side note, my first time miking up in the gym, walking around talking to myself, looking like a crazy person. Feels a little awkward. We'll try this other V5-6, see if I got lucky on a fluke, or if I can repeat on a little different style. Definitely seems much harder. Oh! Just missed it. A little too crimpy. Okay, feels good to pull hard though. Climbed a few more V3-4s in there. Didn't film them, but flashed them all. Sent one more 5-6. Took me a handful of tries though, and never did send that 3-4 after like 6 or 7 or maybe 10 tries. Stand on me. Given the fact that I'm coming back from an injury and never flashed a 5-6 in any gym before, I don't think, I'm gonna have to call this one soft, but we'll compare it to the other gyms here in the area as well in the next couple of videos. So if you like this one, please sub and watch along.